Okay, what's up guys? All right, we are looking to play the tips round. I believe, is it Waialae? Is that how you say it, Waialae? So in Hawaii, the PGA Tour is back, and here we go. Here we go. So tips round today. Let's see. On Simulator Golf Tour, let's see. The settings are. Let me get my mouse on the right screen here. 13 stimp. That's always hard, but fairways are normal, greens are normal. Elevation, which is behind the video, is, what is that? Oh, 10 feet. Yep, that's about right. Okay, and then breezy wind. Okay, so we'll have a couple tough settings with 13 stimp and breezy, but let me make sure my audio's working. All right, let's try that. 10 feet. Yep, that's about right. Okay, we're good there. All right, so let's rock and roll. I just played the par 3, and I think I had 14 birdies, it'd be 13 birdies, 4 bogeys, and 1 par. 1 par. A very up and down round. Swing didn't feel great despite those birdies. So let's see if we can get it together here a little bit. Starting out with a par 5, pretty short. I have not hit a driver yet today, but we'll figure it out. So, all right. Let's rock and roll. Oh, that's snappy. Look at that start. Well, it's not out of bounds, and we can still make a birdie. So, try again here. Let me make sure that's right on the stream. Okay. There we go. Okay. Terrible drive to start. It's fine though. It's par 3, guys. Or sorry, par 5. So, we're going to hit a 3-wood up here, and we are still going to make a birdie. That's the goal. Hit this 3R in the rough, so see if I can get this like 260 total. Another just absolute hook. Please don't go out of bounds. Please don't go out of bounds. Okay, it's past it. Whew! That is not how you want to start a round. Feels so real. Feels so like I'm in real life right now. Anybody else? Okay, well, I think we took birdie out of the question. How high are those trees is the question. I'm going to try to go over them. This might be a foolish thing, but I just don't really have many other options, so let's see what we can do. Yep, shoot. All right, we're gonna make a par and we're gonna call it good and move on to the next hole. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get up and down from 60 yards right here. Okay. Love it, love it. I'm surprised that didn't go farther. Whoops. I thought that was gonna roll out a little bit. I need to make the screen darker on my side. It looks pretty good on the video you guys are watching, but on my impact screen, it is pretty light. That's a little better. Yeah, it looks a little dark for you guys, but that's all right. I can see it so much better. 23, that's moving pretty good. One more. All right, 13 stimp, and we're looking at like a 24-foot putt. Okay, come on. I don't want to start with the bogey on an easy par 5. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Oh, that's a rough first hole. Ouch. Crushing it golf. What's up, dude? How we doing? Hopefully you missed that first hole because it was atrocious. But happy Monday, my friend. We're gonna play better golf going forward. All right, I think we can. You get any rounds in? You can almost drive this if you hit it good, but it is into the wind, so that probably makes it not doable. This is one of those times crushing it where my swing does not feel good right now. We are going to work through it though. See, like that's decent, but that's so much hook. So much hook. Please don't hit the cart path. Okay. I saw nothing. I usually start with a double myself anyways. That's actually what I said on the first hole. I'm like, this feels exactly like real golf, because that's exactly what I do on the first hole in real golf. Okay, so 65. Probably want close to 60 here is my number. 58, go a little bit, go a little bit. Not too bad. I would love a little more aggressive play there, but we got a pretty straight putt here. 17. I like that right there. All right, 20 feet. Go, go, go. All right, got the stroke back. Even through 2. All right. You just on work break, bud, or lunch break? What do you do? What keeps you busy? All right, this is a tight hole here. Wow. Trust the shot and hit it. Yeah. Come on. Come on, T. There we go. All right. Hit a good drive here. There's a birdie hole. That's what we're going to focus on. It's nice and smooth. Yep, here we go. That is ideal. That's a scary drive there. Okay. 106, downwind. I'm going to try and hit this about 100. Yep, so we're hitting lob wedge here. No. That's the swing I want to get rid of. Stay in the rough. Okay, got really lucky. That is why I have not scored well. Right there. I work from home, flex schedule, usually watching Hausler, one of those guys while I'm emailing, etc. Good for you, man. That's awesome. What do you do at home? Or what do you work for yourself is a great thing. What do you do? 16 up 3. Boy, that came out weird. What the heck was that? What the heck was that? All right. I wonder if that was like the weird lie I had. Okay, 21 down 4. Gotta go at least here. I think that's the spot right there. 17, almost thinking 15. Get over. Oh boy, sit ball. Just so bad. Sales for POS and CC systems, boring stuff. Hey, fair enough. If it pays the bills, you don't mind it. Sounds like a good gig to me. Working for yourself. All right, 13. Wow, I just had to make that for bogey. I just frustrated with the golf swing right now. Whew. Feels difficult. Feels difficult. Bomber Hildy minus 12. Nicely done. All right, it's a 6-iron looking for about 185 actually. Maybe 187. Jeepers criminy. Whew. I almost feel like I have like the jitters right now, like I had coffee without eating or something. Everything feels really bad. All right, 25. See if we can flop this a little bit. I don't know how that didn't get up there. Hit it 19, lost 3 yards on that. That's just wild. All right. All right, so 19 up 2, basically 20 up 2. About right there on putter. Yeah. Okay. Another bogey. This is not good. Not good at all. Okay, long par 4. I don't think I've really hit a good shot yet, to be honest. Swing just feels really shaky at the moment. Let's see if we can't just relax. Here we go. Nice, good one. Stay there. A little off the bottom, but we just wanted a fairway there. That's a pretty tight drive. All right, 158. Pretty true to the number. Okay. Play the wind a little bit. I will draw it back into the wind. Probably only want 155 here, so I'm a little choked up on an 8-iron. Golly. I seriously might have to stop this stream. I can't find my swing here. Although this is probably good TV, so maybe I should just let it roll. I've never felt worse with my swing. Okay, and short game hasn't been helping, which is usually my saving grace. There we go. Even that's short. Why am I losing 4 yards on that chip? I don't get it. All right. It's going to move a little bit. Not much. I think outside the hole is even too much. So we're looking at like 14, almost 15. Again, 13 stimp. That felt like a good stroke. Okay. Just working so hard here. Man, this is bad. All right. A lot of golf. We're +2. Some pretty comical shots so far. But let's see if we can get better. Find it a little bit. Just let it rip. I'm just going to swing. Pretty good if it doesn't hook too much. Let's carry that. Oh boy. That bounce felt right. I deserved that for sure. Straight back into the fairway. All right. All right, come on guys, let's go. Let's get better. This is really tough. All right, so let's look at where I probably want 168 to probably 168 here. I'm actually going to hit an 8-iron. I think I'm going to actually aim for about 164. If we have this much wind, it'll carry closer to 170, and then it'll roll out a little bit. So looking for like a 164 carry with a little draw. $165 with a little draw. Just hit the piss out of it. That's what I need to start doing. Get back there. Hey guys, that's a good shot. We hit one. We hit one. It's a new game. It's a new game. Oh, look at this. Almost the same shot here. This is a little bit more precise of a shot. All right, so, but if I go 155, so I need at least probably 160. So I'm going to try and almost hit that same shot. This one's straight into the wind. I'd love to see 162. $160, but oh, stay there. That wind is taking it. Oh, shoot. All right, at least I'm not mad about that swing. I think the wind hurt that just a little bit more. Thank you, crushing it. One dart, to be very clear. The rest of it has been disaster zone. That last shot was actually pretty good. I liked, even though I'm in the bunker here, that was a good strike. We're gonna try and build off it a little bit. Wind just took it a little bit more than I wanted. That was a couple feet from my landing zone. That is also unfortunate. Hit that perfectly. Just a tough ball to get close there. We are on putter. Okay. So 15, uh-oh, this is up, okay. Right there, that's the spot. Yep, like it, 16, 19. Par's a par, gentlemen. Par's a par. We are going to grind through this, even though it does not feel wonderful. Where do we go here? All right. Okay. Pretty straightforward. I mean, we're downwind. This isn't that long of a hole, so I'd love to just hit a fairway here. Well struck, but I didn't quite get around it. Will it get back? Nope. Please not straight behind the tree. Okay. This could be interesting. That drive was pretty darn straight. I want to look at that, actually. No, okay, I did push it a little bit. Fair enough. All right, so if I push B, this isn't good, is it? Wow. So, up here is trouble. Down here, I don't see that much. 107. So I'm going to try and hit a 5-iron and punch it below these trees. Again, if you hold your mouse down like that, you can kind of see the tree points that are marked. I'll show you that again. So if I hold way up here, you can see how my clicker, you can see it, right? But if I go down here, it stops. So I think there's opening here. I think what it's triggering there is closer to the green. There's no way for me to tell, quite honestly. So let's give it a whirl here. So I'm just hitting a 5-iron. I'd love to see if I can get this up into that bunker. Let the short game do the work. Wow, that was the worst break I could have possibly imagined. Okay. All right. This is comedy ball. Comedy ball. Just regular rough. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to go way over there. Try and need 87 here. Try and hook it a little bit. 93 could be pretty good out of the rough. All right, we have a putt for par. Okay, I'm not too mad about that. It's been ugly, but we're doing what we can here. This could be a legendary par. Okay, 25 down for 21. At the end, it goes pretty slow. There. No, I like that one back one more, just because I have to put it a little bit slower. Again, 13 stimp, you got to plan for a little more break. Thinking 19. Stay up, stay up. What a par. Let's go. That was, oh man. This is so ugly, but we're gonna end in red figures. This is gonna be the ugliest under par round I'm gonna post, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay, and it starts right here. Hoosier, what's up, dude? Time to dial it up. I didn't come watch Minakri. If I wanted that, I would just watch myself. Dude, my swing feels really bad right now. I don't know if you guys ever have that, but like, I said it before in the stream, I'm like, I feel like I had coffee without food, and I'm like kind of jittery, and it just, nothing feels good. My timing just feels so off. But we're figuring it out. We're gonna do it. All right, so that's the range over there, so I can't go left. That's good, stay there. Oh, wind's taking it a little bit. All right, found a fairway. We got a little 7-iron in, par 5. That's what I mean, nice spot. Yeah, do you see that par? I'm bouncing like a bouncing ball between trees, but find a way to do it. Give yourself a chance at par in those, and eliminate double, for goodness sakes. All right, I want 175 here. Let the wind take it, little draw. Man, that wind is taking a lot. Stay left, okay. And just stop right there. Pretty good. Not, kind of hit it a little bit too hard, actually. All right, we're gonna putt this, which is always questionable, but those blocks that can knock you. So you wanna know something I found out? So check this out. I always use the arrows, right? So that doesn't really help them much. If you're off the green and click with the mouse, it redoes the grid. I don't know if I'm the only idiot that didn't know that, but that's a big deal. Well, this is down a lot. Down 7, so we're gonna have to play it up here. Plus it's 0.6 left off the face. Okay, so 28, looking at 21, thinking, yeah, 20 feet. Run ball, run ball. That's a pretty good effort. You had to be a little bit cautious there. Good birdie. Good birdie. All right, 337. Oh. There we go. All right. Let me see. So we're back to even in this ugly fest. This is a birdie hole. If I've ever seen one before, it just takes a couple smart shots. So I do want to look at the green here real fast. Wow, that's a weird view. Relatively flat, okay. Oh, wrong button. All right. Oh, I actually faded it. No. Oh. Get past the tree. Okay, now let's do our tree trick here. What? Ooh. Okay, so up here. I don't think I have as much tree trouble as I thought. I can kind of punch this a little bit. Love to carry this 50, 52. 54. Yeah, that came out really nice. Really happy with that. All right, Hoosier, that one is for you. I haven't played much with wind more than calm till around the other day, and I couldn't seem to get it dialed and how much it affected it. Yeah, wind is, you know, and they've had a couple tournaments, Hoosier, where it's like gusty and up to 25 miles an hour wind. Just insane. They had that on the tips a couple weeks ago. incredibly hard. Like that. Actually, I think I want one tiny one more. Yeah, there we go. I like that better. Okay, 14. Whoa, come on. Oh, I gotta have those. That was really poor. But yeah, I feel like GS Pro does a pretty good job with, like, because I drew the ball with the wind there, so it kind of magnified it a little bit, or multiplied it, whatever you want to say, which I actually think is pretty accurate with real life conditions. That was a big miss there. That was a wide open putt. All right, I want 175 here. That's the swing from before. That's the one we want to get rid of. Just absolutely scooping everything. Oh man, Hoosier, that's the one. Feels so bad. That's all right. Again, we're gonna fight this out. I really wanted that putt on the last hole, I'm not gonna lie. But we got holes left. 25 regular rough. That's it. Hey, now see, now there's a good break. I would have had a 15-footer there. There's a good break. Okay, use what you can do. Gotta acknowledge the good stuff too. All right, pretty straightforward here. A little bit of wind to work with, but we should kind of draw it back into the wind. It's a nice hard swing. It's a good one. All right. Oh, that's going to be right between clubs for me, isn't it? Shoot. Okay, we'll hit this. So I'm hitting my gap wedge, but I really need to hit it well. I gotta get that ugly swing thought out of my head where I lose it up to the left. I'd love 126 out of this. $114. Interesting. I'm confused on that. That was not my bad swing. And I thought I hit that pretty good. I don't know why I got so little out of that. I mean, at a minimum, that should have been 120. All right, well, miscalculation by me. I did lose 7 yards. So, yeah. Sit. Did it give it to me? Nope. All right, got any tips for stretching and strengthening the back legs? The second rounds I've played been getting destroyed. Oh, what's up, Lamp? I'll have to watch later, but wanted to play as well. What's up, Lamp? Yeah, the one you didn't want, the pin pull. Do you ever pull it on chips? Okay, I'll answer Hoosier first. Do I ever pull it on chips? Not very often, personally. Because if I'm close enough, I'll probably putt. And that's largely due to the result of my lack of play outdoor. My short game, it just doesn't get enough practice, so I don't have a lot of confidence with my chipping. So I typically leave it in unless I'm putting from off the green. Got any tips for stretching, strengthening the back legs? The second rounds I've been playing getting destroyed. So for sure your hamstrings, and honestly, you should work to strengthen your lower back. So like laying on the ground and doing Supermans where you're like reaching as far back as you can, or there's one, I forget what the exercise is called. You sit on like a bench and you can put weight on your shoulders. You come down like this and back up. It's a really good lower back exercise. I'm doing the same stuff right now because my low back is not in great shape either. Thankfully, like twisting from golf doesn't hurt mine. But a lot of like bending over and like a good example, and this sounds funny, is like dishes don't feel good. So hopefully that helps. There's 2 pretty easy exercises to give a try. But honestly, so stretching, obviously I don't think you need to know too much about stretching. Stretch your hamstrings, stretch your like glutes, you know, like laying on your back and going like this over. That stretches your glutes and low back. But a lot of it just comes into strength also as much as stretching. All right, par 5, 499. Good drive here. Home in 2. Let's go. Hit the piss out of this one. Oh, I smoked it, but I snapped it. Not water. Oh, that's definitely water. Oh, weird. You can play out of there. Sweet. I swung too hard there. That was not smart. Okay, so deep rough here. This is a really good break. I thought this was going to be a stroke penalty. Thank you. It was playing really well, then completely lost the driver. Oh, man. Lamp, my swing right now has never felt worse. Right now, it is as low as it gets. It's weird. I've said it before in the stream, but I played in Houston, and I felt so in control of my ball. It's like I play way worse on my sim than I do in real life, which is funny. I certainly don't score worse, but striking the ball. Come on, be good. Should run. Now sit. Now sit. That's up there for shot of the day candidate, though. That was just a laser of a hybrid. That was me yesterday. Swing looks good. Thank you, sir. It doesn't feel good, but I'm working through it. My goal is to be in red figures in this round. With the way it feels and the way I'm hitting it, we're going to try and just break par. 38, down 1. Again, this trick, click instead of using the arrows when you're off the green. .8 right as well. So 37. I am off the green a little bit. We're going to try, yeah, 37's a pretty good number. It stays up. Stop. I'm pretty happy with that. That was a pretty good attempt. You don't want to leave an eagle putt short, but tap-in birdies are always nice. I was like, watch me screw up the tap-in. Nice shot. Thank you, Marty. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for jumping on. All right, Marty, you're gonna struggle with me through this. Swing feels terrible, but that's sometimes when you get on the golf course, just how it is. All right, so this one I don't necessarily need. We're not gonna swing as hard on this one. See if we can keep one in the fairway. That's the beautiful thing about golf, though, honestly. Sometimes it feels amazing, and other times it is just struggle. That's what really impresses me about some of the pros. It's like how, on your off days, you're just so not off, comparatively. Again, that's a little bit too much hook, but that might be all right. Sit. Nothing wrong with that. Not going to give me the fairway, but that's okay. 158. It's all good. We all have those days. Heard that, Marty. Marty, do you play on the SGT? Simulator Golf Tour? All right, I want exactly 150. Yeah, 158. It's good into this wind. That's the swing, guys. Darn it, I did it again. Oh, man. Whew. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's super quick in transition. The worst part is, every time I've done it, I've short-sided myself. Like this up and down. It's not going to be great. 30, 25-yard carry. 21, that's got to go. Go. Oh boy. Okay. I mean, that's just really, really not smart. 10. Okay, eliminate the bleeding. Take your bogey. Sit, sit, sit. It's weird how that's been, I wonder if that's been one of the updates in SGT. A lot of my short chips are coming off like a missile and like a putt. That one thankfully didn't go that hard. Yuck. All right, what Marty says, I just started, just got a home sim in December, so I'm new to it all. Lots of fun though, I'm just trying to get used to SimGo. That's awesome, buddy. Congratulations to you. Fantastic. Yeah, if you have any questions about the sim or anything, so I run swingyard.com. We're trying to build out the sim space and all the good stuff that goes along with it. So if you have any questions, I just did what launch monitor do you have, Marty? Have any questions or need recommendations, let us know. Boy, that is a tight drive. Yeah, buddy, it's really fun. It's a really good community of people. Get plugged in. Marty, are you you're on the Discord and all that too? If not, I'll get you plugged in. All right, this is a tight drive. Let's just hit a good one here. A little too far. Hooking the driver. Sit. Sit. That'll be fun. We got this. All right. Let's try and play a little bump and run around the corner. This is a 4-iron. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I'm not really expecting to get that up onto the green. 21. Again, man, that bounces and runs so hard. Where's my spin? CG3, nice, nice. I live in Canada and the Foresight headquarters is 15 minutes away from my house. My buddy works for them, so it was a natural fit for me. I haven't joined the Discord yet, no. Awesome, yeah, CG3s are nice, good for you. He works at Foresight, that's great. They make good products, man. Let's see, let me see if I can send you the Discord. One moment, I'm on my computer just off the screen. Let's see. Here you go, Marty. This is coming from my other account. There you go. Yeah, really happy with the CG3, very accurate. That's key. Did that? Weird, I don't see that comment coming through. One sec. Let's see. Let me try it on here. One moment. Let's see, invite to server, copy, and paste. Let's try that. There you go. I don't know why it didn't come through from my other account, but there you go. That's where they have like all the, I mean, there's different games, there's different game types, there's different updates. You know, the people who run Simulator Golf Tour are in here, so if you ever need to contact them or anything, are in there. I mean, you'll want to get plugged in. There's information about different launch monitors, hitting mats, impact screens, the whole works for sim stuff. Get you plugged in. All right, where did I put my putter? There it is. Okay, 8-foot putt. Par's a par, gentlemen. All right. So we got 3 holes left. I said we're ending in the red. So I need to make a birdie in the next 3 holes. I'm sure one of them's a par 3. And one of them's a par 5. Okay, par 4, par 3. It came through for you. Okay, weird. It didn't come through on my like chat feature, but it came through. Great, sounds good. All right, come on. Uh-oh, did we just hit one out of bounds? Yep. Now it's going to be really hard to get lucky. Bounce super hard. Nope. All right. Well, guys. Yeah. All right, let's hit it. That has been the story of my day, that high left. Oof. I could feel it in my hands. I just want to get rid of it. Now that one, the wind is completely taking. That was actually a good shot there. But I didn't play enough wind, so it's not a good shot. All right, what do we got? 105. Let's check this tree out a little bit. Oh yeah, we're gonna hit anywhere through there. So we'd have to hit another punch shot. Man, this round has been really something. All right, 5-iron, 105. That is as good of a punch shot as I'm gonna do. Come on, let's save a bogey. Come on. Ooh. All right, 23 feet flat. Let's get the mouse out of there. That looks pretty good right there. 13, I always give one more tap. I think I need one more still. I don't like it. Okay. It's gonna be short unless it goes. Oh, that was in the center of the hole. All right. Well, let's just finish. Let's see if we can at least hit a couple good shots to finish. All right, 190. I think, yeah, 175 is probably a good number. No sense in going long. I'm kind of looking for the middle of the green here. I really just want to put a good golf swing on it. Hey, we did 185. I don't think I've ever hit this club that long. All right, well, even when you hit the good shots, they are sometimes not rewarded. I just built my sim this summer and got GS Pro. I still struggle reading the greens and how much break to play. Any tips? Yeah, I'm struggling with that as well, but it's getting better. Okay, so a couple things that I would point out right away. The stimp and the direction in which the ball's going make a big difference. And by that I mean uphill, downhill, right? So 13 stimp, I always lean on the side of a little bit more break. The faster the putt's going, the more it's gonna break. Okay, so, and then, you know, if you're going uphill, it's actually gonna break a little bit less. If you're going downhill, you need to be a bit more conservative with the putt. You know, if you play 10 stimp, you can ram everything into the back of the hole and it almost like feels like it catches it. But if you're playing 13, the hole almost feels a bit smaller. So you kind of have to think about like dropping it in the hole as opposed to the 10 stimp where you're ramming it in. 11 I usually consider normal, and then 12 just adds a little bit of speed to it. But yeah, that's kind of the only way I can really describe it. A lot of it is just kind of getting used to it. A lot of the way people read it is by like continually sort of tapping it. Just so you can sort of get the speed of the dots. I probably won't hit this in the circle, so maybe I can show you what I mean. All right, well, Again, I hit that 20 yards and it went 7. So when things aren't working, things aren't working. So a lot of times people will kind of like slowly click like this. Okay, I can see these ones are moving the fastest, kind of click again. All right, and then so I got 25 feet. It's a flat putt, so I don't have to take into account any of variance in up or down. And then, so I'm actually off the green here. So if you look at the mini map on the bottom right, the ball is gonna start 0.4 degrees left. So like if I'm aiming right here, it might start, right there. Okay. Sometimes when you're putting from off the green, it could be 1.8 degrees. That's a big deal when you're putting. Like if you're hitting a wedge shot, 1.8 degrees is not that big of a deal. But putting off your putter head, that's a big deal. So let's see. 25 feet, again, 13 stimp. I always play a little bit more break, and I always play kind of cautiously on 13. So that's about right. For me, I always refer back to 11. I've played the most golf on 11 stimp. So when I look at this personally, it's 13 stimp. I would probably say in my head, probably 23. That's my number. So my number always refers back to the number that I practice against the most. And then, let's see, lastly, if I were a little bit farther off the green, like say I had 2, 3, 4 feet of fringe to putt through, that'll often add a foot or two. Something to keep in mind for speed purposes. It can also depend if it's going uphill or downhill a little bit, but I'm pretty close to the green here, so I don't think it'll matter too much. So I'm just thinking 23, and then I want to hit it straight off my club face, because that's important too. That was a pretty good putt. So my distance, my speed was good there. So then what I'd look at so this is uniquer view. And let me get the main thing is, so I pulled that 0.7, which is, and I missed it to the right a little bit. 0.7 is not too bad on a 25-foot putt, but it's not great. So that's something that I actually think transfers really well from sim to real course, is just the ability to kind of stay down on your putts, hit them straight, and focus on your number, sort of. Outside you're not really focusing on a number, but it is important to stay down on your putts. Hopefully that helps a little bit, but those are a couple of things that I definitely think about every time I'm putting. This is going to be my first over par round in a while. Gentlemen, this is really poor. Probably the worst my golf swing has felt. It'll go away. Feel better tomorrow. All right, we're going to end on a good note, though. Come on. Yep, perfect. Can't hit much better than that. 240 left. That did help. Okay, good. I mean, it certainly... Oh, sorry, I got to move my video back. Oh, I mean, without a doubt, just practice and whatnot will help you quite a bit, but a few things to try as you start to get into it more. All right, this is pretty straight downwind, so I'm going to hit a 4-iron. Looking for 215. 700 off a little bit off the bottom. Great line. Stay right. Be a little short. I was okay with that though. Short's not bad here. My hybrid would have gone long, so I really had to smoke a 7 to get there, or a 4, sorry, and I did not. But this is a good miss. So 22. Run ball. Well, good. Show another putt. Okay. So 13. Is there a good practice area in GS Pro for putting? Ooh, good question. I don't think so. If you go into like if you go into the practice mode, like on course practice, you can actually click the little, it's like a little golf ball in the top left, and actually click where you want to play from. So you could really click anywhere on the green using that little golf ball. So you can kind of practice whatever sort of putts you want. But other than that, I'm not sure. There might be good answers out there. I haven't really sought it out, to be honest. All right, so here's a what if scenario. I am going 13 feet up 3 inches, so I'm thinking 16 feet, right? I usually think an inch up adds a foot of distance. Now, another thing to think about, 13 stimp, if you're going downhill, it's going to be it's going to be more than a foot. So if you have 3 inches downhill on 13 stimp, I'd actually probably play it like, so if this was 13 feet and it was downhill 3, I'd actually probably think about playing at 8 or 9 feet because it rolls out quite a bit more. Again, 11 or 12 is not quite the same, but again, the higher the stimp, the more careful you have to be. So if this was downhill, I'd probably be out here, maybe even here. But because it's uphill, I'm probably in here. Yeah, right there. All right, so then I actually think maybe even one more little tap. I like that right there. So again, 13 stimp. So I'd go, it's 16 feet. I'm probably thinking 15. Again, back to 11. But I'm going uphill so I can be a little bit more aggressive. So 15 feet. Hit it straight. Stay there. And that actually feels spot on. The reason I say that is this. 0.8 right. I yanked it. Just was wondering if one setup was different. No slopes to work on, feels and reads. Yeah, good question. Hoosier, it's possible there is. I could take a look around, but not that I'm aware of. What a terrible round, guys. But at least the chat was good. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Wow. Oh, how many? 129 feet of putts made. I mean, that's pretty darn good considering, oh, there we go. Man, oh man. But yeah, Marty or Hoosier, if you guys have more questions, you can find me on Discord, or you can message me on YouTube here or other social channels. But otherwise, hopefully that helped a little bit. Maybe felt like I was rambling a little bit there at the end, but certainly, that's kind of the mindset. 13 stimp, you got to play a little bit more careful, especially on downhill putts, because downhill putts can go really far on 13. On 10, you can almost just whack anything in the middle of the cup. I don't think we even go ever to 9, but you could try it if you want, just to see the difference. But hopefully that helps. Marty, love that you're in the game. Congrats on the sim. It's a fun time, man. Enjoy it. You're in Canada. I'm in Minnesota, so I know it's cold up where you are, and it's cold where I am, so this is the time to play. Enjoy the stream. Thanks, everyone, for the conversation and help. Yeah, thank you, Marty. Appreciate it, buddy. Talk to you guys soon. See ya. Sorry for the bad golf.